Maybe this will help shed some light on police quotas and stuff. Cops want to claim they don't have quotas, but everybody knows. Here, a New York cop got fired after speaking out too much about ticket quotas, and now he's filing a federal whistleblower complaint.
I was blacklisted. I knew I was blacklisted.
Anthony Barbarin, a fired former Eastchester police officer, says he felt a sense of deja vu when he saw the documentary Crime and Punishment. It highlighted my I-Team interviews with minority NYPD cops who claimed they were pressured to meet illegal ticket quotas.
I think I was fired because I was blowing the whistle on what was going on there. I was always bringing up ticket quotas.
Eastchester, along with New York City, denies quotas have ever existed. But Barbarin, a Hispanic officer in a largely white police force, now embroiled in a contentious federal discrimination lawsuit against the town, says he has documented proof.
You were expected to come in with at least, 15 to 20 tickets per month. This is what we'd have to do to show why we didn't produce tickets. At this point, numbers don't lie.
He has texts.
Yeah, cops know that the more tickets they can collect, the more money for the state, well, or the city, their department, and then they can claim that they're actually stopping crime, when in reality, they're not really doing anything whatsoever. Okay, so hey Frank, why is my sergeant now having to fill out a sheet about me on days for numbers? This remedial training is not about that. And again, here we go again with this nonsense. When does it end?
Like this one, where he complained about meeting numbers. Barbarin says he was sent for remedial training, but maintains the scrutiny didn't let up, even after he filed an EEOC complaint. He was accused of misconduct during an arrest, and after an internal disciplinary hearing, fired for lying under oath.
I felt like I
Wow, one of the few times an internal investigation actually shows that a cop was doing something bad was because a cop was filing complaints against the department. That is interesting when internal investigations work like that.
was retaliated against, that there was an agenda to get me out.
The county attorney told us Barbarin was not targeted or terminated for being Hispanic, that an independent hearing examiner recommended termination, finding that his lies were manufactured to cover up his incompetence, unprofessionalism, and most importantly, his unconstitutional actions.
When has a department ever fired a cop for lying and being unprofessional or unconstitutional? Just part of the job, right? That's what departments always say.
I signed this one right here, and you can see the difference.
Barbarin countered by showing us internal police reports where he claims his signature was forged and says the town's vendetta went beyond him.
They'll retaliate not only against you, but your family. They'll make your life, a living hell.
His stepfather, Kenneth Simonetti, a longtime Eastchester firefighter, spoke out in public meetings after Barbarin's firing, claiming a police witch hunt.
I don't play games, and I don't cause any trouble. But this is something that's affecting my family life, his family life.
Documents we obtained showed the then police chief requested an investigation into Simonetti by the fire department for possible abuse of sick time. The town spent $23,000 of taxpayer money for a private investigator who followed Simonetti, even taking surveillance pictures of his wife and her daughter.
That's just outright disrespectful.
Wow, that's crazy. The cops are wasting a ton of taxpayer money trying to seek revenge against these people for trying to expose the corruption of the cops. This is why it's not just like there's only a few bad apples. For the most part, it's the entire police force that is bad. And when one person tries to say something, they get ran out.
Disgraceful. It's absolutely disgraceful.
Simonetti says the case never resulted in charges. He retired in August, now more vocal than ever.
They need to be held accountable. You can't be making false accusations against people.
And Barberin is also not going quietly, inspired by NYPD Lieutenant Edwin Raymond, who recently retired early to work on nationwide police reform. They believe outside oversight is needed to protect whistleblower officers.
All over the county, New York City, all I'm seeing is officers starting to speak up about how they're being targeted in different ways.
Several depositions of current and former Eastchester police officers have already been taken in connection with Barberin's lawsuit. The town now expected to file a motion seeking to have the lawsuit dismissed. Barberin hoping to take his case